Oh! Gotta figure out where the fuck I'm even at. Oh, I gotta kill Rose. Okay. Yeah, getting back on BorderLand 3. Might play for a little bit. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I don't think it's over there. I think it's over here.
I don't recall leaving the map there. But then again, I don't recall lots of things. Can't hardly recall my own name. Yours neither.
Ah, I
Just call
see.
you a gunslinger.
Whee! Flames look so fucking fake. Yeah, work was pretty simple today. I did some quad workout. For some reason, I do quad workout really fucking well. Like after like the first set, I burned so fucking much. That's why I don't like hitting my quads super duper hard. Because right now they're not. I gotta be careful with it. So I used to do a lot of quad work when I was running around when I was little and that. And bitch, you move too damn much. Face is getting itchy. When all else fails, doomstick the shit out of it. That's a gigantic penis monster! Kind of reminds of the guy that was at the fucking gym trying to compare himself to me. Oh, I'm strong. Yeah, I have my camera on right now. Hold on. I know you like. I know some of you guys like seeing me. I turned it off for another game. It got in the way. What's going on? What do you mean? Is that the laser gun? No, it's that other gun. Balloon. That must be hers then. Okay. Nothing much. Gotta be something going on with you. Can't be nothing. Oh man. What a why would you watch that? I mean, I guess it'd be fun, but like, why? It's funny. Yeah. What the fuck is this? And evidently he's probably not even homeless. If he is homeless, he's choosing to be homeless. Yeah. No, I'm sure people do. I wouldn't. I wouldn't donate to people that are just doing it for victimizations. I hate victimizators. You ain't learning nothing. Yeah, I can't stand that shit. People are too emotionally involved with people. When they get, if they're getting that much money, they should never be homeless. There's like no point of doing that. It defeats the purpose of doing anything. Like people that live in their own like trailer house and that, that's cool. Because at least you're like, the idea is to be out there. But like, if you got a phone and that, and you're like filming yourself and you're making money off of TikTok and YouTube and that, you should go buy a house. You should go buy a house or go do something. Maybe buy like a car, start with a car or something or whatever. That's people choose to be homeless. That's all I'm saying. To not have to pay taxes. That's why they do it. I know a lot of homeless people around. Some of them are just smart as hell. They know they got a bank account. All their donations go into the bank account. And they'll just use a very little bit just to buy food and shit. And all of a sudden it just goes straight back into it. And then they just keep on doing it over and over and over and over again. Fuck, some of them end up having more money than most people. Sometimes they can make $1,000 a day depending on how many people donate or give them money. I just don't believe in people with no work should never get money. That really defeats the purpose of it, you know? Yeah, but defeats the purpose of Dude, this is why people are homeless. People keep giving money to people that don't want to work. If you don't work, you're not valuable to society. You're unvaluable. Because then who's going to be paying the taxes to keep everything going? Like our electric, our water, stuff like that. So, you know, if people keep giving their money away to people that don't want to work, that defeats the purpose of the whole system. I know people are like, don't go against the system. Don't go against the system. Work with the system. The system is the system. It's like playing Monopoly. You work with Monopoly to get better at it. That's all it is. Once you get better at Monopoly, guess what? You start winning more, you start having more money. That's just how it always is going to work. If he's smart enough to make videos on YouTube, I'm sure he's smart enough to fucking work. At least get something. I mean, he's got YouTube going. That is a job. That's a great job. YouTube's great. I'm not saying that it's not bad. I'm not saying that he's doing something bad, but at least make yourself better, you know? You know, once you become a briber or victimizer, you kind of can't stop doing it. You know, you have to keep on doing it. I don't follow normal society at all. I don't give a fuck about normal society. Having a place to stay is not a normal thing. It's just survival. There's a different way of surviving. I'm not going against it. I'm just saying if you got money now, you should be able to make yourself better. Get out of those dirty ass fucking clothes. Get into something cleaner. You know, involve yourself with more populace and that. Show people that, yeah, you don't need to live in this sort of way. Homeless people show people that you don't need to live rich. Some rich people literally become homeless to live a different lifestyle. They still have their money. And so if that's the case, then that's amazing. To try something new. You can always walk right back into your fucking mansion. And you'd be surprised how many of them do. That's what's kind of awkward, you know. No one knows why they do it. You can ask them. You know, there was one homeless person that I never really talked to, not, but I knew of. He used to come in the Denny's all the time. And he was older, and people said he had a book bag filled with money. He said he had like $50,000 with him, book bag just filled with money. Now, 50 grand of just buying food every now and again, it would last you for years. And he was older. He used to be a union worker, he used to be a pipe fitter or something like that. I can't quite remember all the details of that, but he was someone that had money, some sort of money. And he just wanted to be homeless. He chose it. And that's just what it was. He chose a homeless lifestyle because he figured, fuck it, might as well live on the edge. Oh, these remote controls again. Yeah, it's the sort of lifestyle he wanted to live, so he lived it. He was cool, chilled, he just talked to people and that. But that was his, God purpose. Then he followed what God wanted to do, and then he ended up doing it. He ended up dying like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks later. Someone found him, he was in between. There's like a big old medium that were like highway would go this way, another highway would go that way, be an on and off ramp. He's laying up between the cinder blocks and that, so he can keep warm, and he ended up dying. No, that's not sad at all. That's amazing. He wanted to live that way, so he died that way. There's nothing wrong with that. Death is inevitable. As long as you do what you want to do, death is just the last resort. Like, that's the last thing that everybody does is die. As long as you do what you want to do, death doesn't mean anything because you've done everything. The reason why a lot of people want to think that is because, well, the honest truth is, most people haven't done anything yet. They're scared of death because I do all these things in my life and that. I don't know what. That's how it only comes down to. Does that mean that, I feel pretty accomplished for things I've done. I mean, do I want to die right now? No. But if I did die, I would have some type of accomplishment. I'd feel happy for it. That's the biggest thing about most people. They're scared because they haven't done shit yet. They haven't done absolutely fucking nothing. It's just why we have to fulfill our goals, because at the end of our days, when we're on our deathbed, we have to be able to finish. That's why a lot of people don't want to die. They're scared of death because they're scared of not being able to complete the things that they want to complete. That's what purpose is. We have purpose to do things. Or we can't do, we die. We die a bad death. There's such things as bad deaths. People, you know, it's like you're probably thinking like, oh, dying is good. Dying is good. As long as you got a good death. If you can smile on your deathbed and say, I know I'm going to die anyway, but I'm happy I finished all the things I wanted to finish, I accomplished everything, guess what? You won't care that you died because you'll be fulfilled. Then the next life comes around, who knows? Maybe you have to do it all over again. Like me, I had dreams and like visions of my past life, which means my soul that I have in my vessel has been in other lives. I've seen glimpses of older times. They're very small glimpses because your consciousness goes away. As your conscious becomes its own thing, your soul stays the same. That's how it will always do. Your soul doesn't change because life never dies. True life never dies. Your soul never dies. Your body dies, but your soul itself can't die. It's too divine. It can't. It's just, it's not a possibility of the soul dying. That's why you shouldn't fear death, because you don't really actually die. It's usually why a lot of people have such structural problems in their life, because they don't understand the purpose of what God's given us. Once you know your purpose and you follow what your purpose is like the things you like to do. You're put in that position, period. That's how it'll always go. I blew it up. Damn it. Yeah, the biggest reason why people don't want us to know the truth about life is because they want us to put us in fear. If you don't have fear of life, which means you live with purpose. If you have fear of life, fear of dying, fear of life, you live with very little purpose. Because you're always wondering when I'm going to die. Yeah, you can care about it a little bit. The back of your mind's always going to have that kind of thing. But the truth is, it doesn't matter. There's a reason for things to happen in each other's life. We all have our own reasons to live. We all have our own reality to live. Some of us might live in this similar reality, or we might meet people, or this and that. But a lot of times, just care about yourself. I'll be worried about everybody else. Social media is so driven with drooling, narcissist drama. And the drama is just devouring people's souls, treating everyone like they're not worth it. Like when people are supposed to learn how to work, learn how to get jobs, they're worried about how people look at them online. People they don't even know. So I don't do it. I do no social media. I go on my Facebook, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, don't give a fuck. So we have so much dopamine issues. We have like little kids caring about how people think about them, and they're 24/7 like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This person never liked my thing, but they watched my thing. No, motherfuckers don't like my shit. And they'll look at their Facebook or Instagram over and over again every single day. I used to be like that on YouTube to see if people watch my stuff. Now I just really don't give a fuck. I'm conscious about what I have to say. I'm not conscious for shit. I talk by mean. If I don't go too fucking, ignorant in that, which most times I tend not to do that anyway, most likely I'll have a good, stream. Like a lot of people, they have to say things professionally, perfectly. It's gonna be perfect, guys. It's pathetic. You're living in a virtual world that everything has to be this review. But the biggest thing is you just lose sight on life altogether. Life is all about being yourself. If you live a script life, you're not being yourself.
I saw them. I saw those damn aliens below. Deep below. They live under.
And that's what everyone has to be themselves. Some people are scared of that shit. I always look at other YouTubers and that. They're so scared of being themselves. And then when they are being themselves, they get enormous amount of views. They get enormous amount of money. Or sometimes they don't get a lot of views. Sometimes they get a little bit of views. Like I see people worry about the way they look. I work with younger kids and they're 17, 18, that. And it's sad. They have such an easy life because their life is so filled with knowledge, but they never take it. They're not worried about making money, and they're not worried about society and that. A lot of people don't. But when you need it, you're going to ask for it. You're going to ask mommy, daddy for it. You're going to ask someone for it. That's why I don't like beggars. If you can't do it for yourself, make up excuses. Sometimes people can't work. I've worked with crazy fucking people before. Say people can't fucking work. Honestly, anyone can work. It all depends on if you try or not. Learning never stops. We choose not to learn anymore. We choose to be stupid. It's a damn choice. People that get out of high school think I can never learn anymore because I'm not in school. What the fuck? Learn by experience. Learn by doing things. Learn by communicating with people. First thing everyone needs to learn is how to emotionally survive. Learn good concepts. Learn to honor yourself. Learn to love yourself. People walked very dangerous paths with really iconically stupid fucking things, and they were lost, and that's fine, because you have to just find yourself. People live their whole entire life depending on everybody else, which is cool. Give dependence to people, that's fine. If you don't have to, then don't. I have a neighbor right now. She's depending on her parents. Her parents just bought her a new $100,000 fucking condo because they have money now. She's a lazy ass woman. She has a job in that. She went to nursing school and that. She got her job in that. And guess what? She's lazy as hell. She don't want to work. She does want to work. She wants to work a little bit. She's 30 years old. She's gonna go through a life of torment. She's gonna be lonely for the rest of her life. She does find a guy, you know. Not saying she has a high body count, which I don't think she does. I have no idea, but because you know, with women with high body counts, it becomes emotional fucking tyranny. You can't deal with tyranny of emotions because women aren't built to deal with emotions like that. They're meant to be with a couple of guys, and that's it. They're supposed to find true love right up front. Men are built different. This is how men will always be. But you gotta live life with your own purpose. And that's always the hardest thing to do. And trust me, it's not fucking easy. This is why we have to work together on everything. Find the purpose. Yes, it's not going to be easy. It's actually extremely fucking hard. But we can do it. Anyone can do it. You know, I learned not to be angry. Used to be a very angry kid, very angry young adult, very angry, you know, middle-aged adult in a way, I guess, like late 20s and that. I got over it. I became smarter. I understand the concepts of emotions. You're not going to learn that going to school. I don't care if you go to psychology classes. It's not nothing about learning. It's about being. Being the emotions, understanding the emotions, ask the questions about the emotions. Not learning words and just thinking that, oh, that's going to be it. Fuck no, that's not even close. Go through scenarios over and over again, learning why things happen. Just keep on learning. Don't do nothing but learn. You know, people can read books all day about fantasy worlds and be that fantasy. But they can't sit there and learn a reality. They want to fix reality over and over again. Your emotions are like guiding points. If you don't know how to use them, then you end up getting lost. People are lost in the world. It's really raining now. It's always a hard bullet to bite. Learning's always difficult. You shouldn't stop learning. Never stop learning. If you want good concepts to follow, I'll tell you some really good concepts to follow. Most of them are pretty fucking easy. They're not really that difficult. Biggest thing is self-control over emotions. That is the top thing most people need to do. Stop caring about what people think. It's only care about what you think. If someone wants to become part of that thought, that's okay. There's never anything wrong with that. But always have your own thoughts come first. You come first as a person. If your needs are fulfilled, then you can accept other people into your circle. Like me, my needs are being fulfilled. I accept people in my circle. But I will not follow someone else. I will listen to someone else if they're in my circle of knowledge. If I know what they're talking about and I think I have something new, then that's amazing. But most of the times, once you know so much about life just kind of just puts itself together. It's not aiming for perfection. It's aiming for a better life. Survival. I think people survived back in the old days. They survived by being intelligent, working together, figure stuff out. Constantly working together, constantly learning. Oh, what does this do? What does that do? We lost that because everything's been given to us. But again, there's a lot of lies out there anyway, so half the shit, our history's been faulty. Our history's always been faulty. People say, well, how do you know that? Because the history books don't make sense. It's like if you're a woman only gravitating towards emotions, try to be more logical. If you're a man only gravitate towards logic, try to be simply more emotional. Understand the two. Logical is evidence of reality.
Wow. Wasn't sure I'd ever see another vault. Oh, I'm glad you brought me back.
So logic is.
Imagine all
Emotional is evidence of non-reality. For all of it, no.
There. That arch is the entrance.
Only if you give into a fantasy. That's when logic kicks in.
What all the fuss is about.
Here we go.
But you put your emotions to a fantasy too much, you'll get nothing but fantasy. If you put your emotions into reality, you'll get more reality. Your emotions persuade you 100% how you live your life.
It's injured! Hit it hard! I can't make a dent in that thing!
That's why social media is bad, because you can always find something that's going to meet your standards. Do you know what reality is? Do you know why we live? Do you know why we are the way we are? People ask us questions for years, hundreds of years. Some people already know the answers to it. Actually, quite a few people do.
Holy crap, this place is getting wrecked!
the reality that we live in. We live in a reality that was created by someone that knew everything. As in everything that it created, as in God. God created everything. We can't create something from nothing. Creation is what we have.
Watch out! That thing is transforming!
It's the reason why evolution's a faulty. It's the reason why gravity's faulty. It's the reason why, the globe is a faulty.
Hope that wasn't load bearing. That thing is knocking the place down. Hope that wasn't load bearing.
It's the reason why people attack each other and kill each other. To live in fantasy world. They believe in fantasy world.
Everything you got.
Some women believe there's no equal pay. But then again, women on OnlyFans surely make millions of dollars a fucking year. Or hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Talk about the pay gap. The pay gap's it's all fake. It's all a lie. It's not because people get paid unequally. It's because people don't want to work. Like, if I work all 10 years,
Some badassery.
just to say,
Good job.
compared to someone working 1 year, I'm going to have more money.
Ava,
Literally, that's how it is. Like,
is it safe here?
I mean, there's girls that I know that don't even want to work. They'll go to a job, like a car wash shop that I work at. They choose not to do it. I got kids that don't do it. Young males. Oh, I want to work today. And I call them out. It's like, you're being a bitch. You're crying. How are you crying? And then they go my way. It's like, them emotions are not going to make you. First off, women despise weak males. It's very obvious that they do. It's the reason why a lot of guys have issues finding women. And if you can find women because you might have the luxury of having good looks, quote unquote, me, yeah, I can find me very attractive women. I only need a dime to spend, but that's not what I want though. I want to have millions of dimes to spend. Because I feel that's the way life should be. That's why you shouldn't lose sight of what you need to do. The true goals in life are all about pushing forward. Show up pushing forward. Like, I know what's going to happen in my life. I push forward. I keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Can't stop learning? Of course not. Learning's not a thing I can stop doing. I have to do it. If people quit on life, life quits on you. It's just the way it works. The longer you wait, the more destruction you will become of yourself. You will lose sight of everything. It's like if a builder stops building, you wouldn't have a house. If army men stop fighting, you would lose a country. Or when a woman stops giving birth, you can't have children. You have a natural way of doing things. Your emotions, if used right, you will always push you towards the right direction. That's what emotions are there for. That's why you feel. So if you feel like you don't like someone, you know not to talk to them. That's your own way of God or your Holy Spirit telling you, hey, that person's not good. Step away. Do something else. Happened with me with that girl at Taco Bell. Again and again and again, this woman tried. It's like she wanted to have kids with me so she can move on to a new guy without even doing anything but cheating. Now, was that the whole actual outcome of her, what she wanted to do? No. I think that she liked me so much, she was willing to disregard how much her man struggled to make her needs met. Made enormous amount of money. He was making really good fucking damn money. And she didn't care. Because I was better looking. And I told her so. I'm just a trophy. The first thing she stated, one of the things that she brought up over and over again, was nothing but sex. I'm like, okay. I'll do anything for you. I'll do you all the time and all this stuff and that. Maybe she should say, she didn't say it like that. But she was, it was kind of a funny thing. She wanted to call herself, sorry about saying this, a cum dumpster for me. I'm like, what? I'm like, if that's all you can give, just to say, not talking about just women or men, I'm talking about both of them. If that's all you can give, then what are you actually worth? If that's all a man can give to a woman, then you're not worth anything, or vice versa. What a woman gives to a man, you're not worth anything. Everyone wants to do it. Everyone does. All human beings at a certain age want to bang. They want to fuck all the damn time. They want to go through the whole dopamine crazy. And they want to live their life like that. But as you get older, what happens? You lose that. So what else do you have? You have internal love for other things. So anyone that cares about the whole sexual interaction thing, about looks, guess what? You're losing sight on lots of different things that you could be doing other than doing those specific things. So I met the girl at Taco Bell. That's all she cared about. It's like, for me she did. She tried 3 times trying to get me. 3 times. She didn't want anyone to notice anything. Not saying she was a bad person. No, she was just misguided. I told her multiple times, you are not going to get anything unless you leave your boyfriend. But she couldn't. Because she was using the luxury of him to keep herself going. But she wanted me on the side to keep her going. Then I get left out anyway. It's one of the things I told her. I was like, you go home with someone. I go home to my bed, to my dogs, to my parents. I don't go home to a gorgeous fucking woman ready for me to plow. You go home to an average looking guy that at least gives you something. He gives you self-worth or gives you something. I go home with you with memories. Even if we did do anything, which we did, very little things. And I always talk about this situation because it always makes perfect sense how people treat people. If you only get treated for specific things, then what are you? If I look at a gorgeous woman, I look at her looks. Do I get aroused by it? Of course I do. That's not the only thing. I look at her looks. I say, how are you doing? What's your favorite color? What do you like to do? I interact everything. Because if you can't stabilize how your emotions work, they're eventually going to get dull and get bored of it. As in, you get used to it. You can only bang so many times before it just gets boring. Some people do that. I talk to people who are like, yeah, I got to bang different people because it gets boring banging the same person. Because there's other things to do in life. Period. So if you go through multiple constructs, say like, okay, let's watch movies and that. Movies are my favorite thing to watch. Let's go watch some horror movies for Halloween. Set it up every Halloween from the 1st of October till the last day of October. Watch horror movies. Watch horror comedies. Watch, the Wayne Brother movies. Scary Movie 1, 2. Watch Haunted House. Watch Haunted House 2.
Back to your stations.
Watch these things. Have that whole entire month be back and forth. And then when it comes time for you guys to get aroused in that, if you guys choose to do that, then do it. But that concept of emotion will be more love than just pure lust. And lust is just dopamine, basically. That's why you should not go by just the looks. Looks matter, but the construct of everything else. This is why communication matters a lot. If you don't know how to talk to someone, then obviously it's just nothing but sex. You're like, yeah, you're really good looking, let's bang. Guess what happens? Your whole entire life gets ruined because you had a kid. Your whole entire life gets ruined because you have an emotional thing that hasn't been satisfied, and all of a sudden you get guilty over it, and then you lose touch of yourself. I don't feel the same way I feel 10 years ago. I don't feel the same way I feel when I was with that girl from Taco Bell. I fell in love with her. I thought things were perfect. I was going to do everything possible to try and make life a little bit better for both of us. But in the back of my mind, maybe it was my Holy Spirit, I'm believing that it was telling me over and over again, she doesn't go by what you want her to do, then there's no point of having it. I developed my life to think, what did I do wrong, what did I do wrong? No, I did wrong, absolutely fucking nothing. No, what you did wrong, absolutely fucking everything. I told this person, hey, I gave her something and she didn't take it. And so she lost on a huge successful life. Now she's going to live a life of what she lives now. Shit. Being with the guy that she didn't want to be with. Told her why she went with this person, because she needed someone to be with, because she needed luxury. Even if it was a simple paycheck, it made it a lot easier having 2 paychecks than one. And yeah, she was a single mother. And that was probably the worst part. It's one of the things we talked about. So my kid comes first. Okay, that's not my fucking kid. You do what you want to do. As soon as he gets babysitter, you're coming over there, and guess what? We're doing stuff. That was the whole point of it. It's one of the things we talked about over and over again. Just knock on my door, come in, and we'll watch the movie and that. Get romantic, and I'm all bang your brains out. Delighted. Would have been great. But the lie was she was scared of people noticing. And even her boyfriend at the time noticed something was wrong because I talked to him. I was telling him, dude, she's not worth it, bro. You might as well just let her go. She ain't worth the booty. She's very good looking. You just fall in like a simp. She's walking all over you. And guess what? I'm the fucking Chad. I'm the guy that most of them want to go for with very little strings attached. That's why I don't do it. Like, for instance, there was this one young police officer. She came around. She was off the clock. She was in civilian clothes. She came up with her whole family. She had her mother, her dad, and her sister. I'd seen her before, and she comes into through the car wash. She gets a free wash. So I talked to her and that. I'm like, hey, it's like how you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm doing good and that. Like, who's everybody in here? She's like, oh, I got my dad here, my mom, my sister. Her sister was ferociously attractive looking, but she had push-up bra on, so I didn't really think of anything. But okay, you're just a common girl. That's you probably haven't been through much. Probably young, whatever. Maybe like in your young 20s or something like that, or 19, 18, whatever. And I said a comment. It's like, you don't look so buff without your bulletproof vests on, because they were bulletproof vests, makes them look more puffy. And she's like, wait a minute, you don't think I look buff? And I'm like, well, I don't think you look buff, but other than that, I think you look, it's like, I paused, I'm like, I'm not going to say anything because you're an officer. But I thought about it, she's off the clock. I'm just like, oh, I'll say it anyway. Said, you're fine as hell. And I looked at her, she had nice legs and that. And I said, your sister's really fine too. You guys are all beautiful people. I said, everyone's beautiful. And no, after I said she was fine as hell or whatever, obviously I was not in a very like flirtatious mood. It was like a play on words. She's like, oh my god. Like I said it right in front of her dad and mom. It's like, I don't need to be scared of it. If you're attractive. You both are you guys are all beautiful people in that. And the whole point of me doing that, because I was attracted to her, so I hit on her first. I was throwing out words, and then I was dividing it between her family, so that it looked like I was trying to like completely dive in. And her dad and mom started laughing, and shit. He started like, oh, that's amazing, and all that stuff. And that was really sweet. And like, could that trigger an event? Probably. I do that shit a lot. It's probably why I get in trouble a lot. Because some women can't take flirtatious puns or shit. They're like, oh my god, you're trying to marry me. And it's like, I'm just saying that you're good looking. Oh my god, you're trying to do me. I'm just saying that you're good looking. Oh my god, you had kids with me. What the fuck, bitch? You're crazy. So I stopped talking to him. But she was pretty mature about it. She's like, oh my god, and she got blushy and that. I'm like, okay. I guess you're single, because if I was said that, you're like, oh, I have a boyfriend? You're definitely single. First off, you would not be blushing. You would not be saying, oh my god, like you're like, oh my god, I never had a guy say that in front of my parents. I don't give a shit. If your parents think you're good looking, wouldn't you want the guy that likes you, or at least thinks of you attractive looking, be up front? That shows massive confidence. Then again, I didn't even give a fuck. I was like, okay. I'm single. I flirt around with a lot of girls. But I flirt around with girls to see if they will attract to it. Some women don't notice it. Some women will say, I got a boyfriend, sorry. Like, there was another one today. She came in with big old smiles and that. Like, I've seen her before, like, once or twice. And I know smiling with them. You are smiling a lot. I said, are you attracted to me or something? She's like, well, no, I'm just happy to say. I'm like, what's going on? I was like, oh, I asked her if she has a guy in that. She's like, oh, I have a fiance and all that stuff. I'm like, well, that's great. Hopefully he's a good guy. It's hard to find, good people nowadays. I asked her age. She told me she was in her young 20s and that. And I was promoting goodwill. Because I didn't give a fuck. I see thousands of girls in my life. I don't care about one. If she's happy, that's fucking amazing. That actually makes me happy to noticing that she can have a smile on her face and her husband can be someone good. That's what I asked. Like, he's a good guy? So he's a really good guy in that. And I said a joke. I did a little pun in that. I was just like, well, if anything happens to your fiance, you're always more welcome to talk to me. Giggle, laugh, smile, and then say, oh, okay. I'm like, okay. Like, you got a fiance. This is what you do. You do these little like flirtatious puns to see how people's personalities at. So that was basically telling me that she was attracted to me. All she had to say is like, oh, I got a fiance and that. It's like, I really don't like talking to other guys. Man, how can you talk to me? I was just like full with happiness, but you're attracted to me. You're throwing out words of attraction without saying it. They're like clue words. Smile, giggling, laughing when someone approaches you and says, hey, how you doing? That's the basics of it. So I'm just like, okay, cool. But other people might assume that you're trying to get with them. I'm trying to get with everyone, man. All the old ladies I talk to. But you look really pretty today. You're trying to get with her. No, you just don't get enough pussy, and that's all you care about is pussy. And I don't care about that much. That's why I flirt with every girl. Because I don't care. If I get it, I actually don't give a fuck. That's what makes attraction more better. Because I don't care. I had full-blown models, super fine-ass fucking women. I talked to them, big smiles. Used to work at Hooters. There was one girl there. She was literally a fucking Hooters model. She's gorgeous as fuck. But then, there was something about her that she didn't care. She was fake. She had a fake smile. She was being fake. And I caught it with her. And I said, you always fake smile? Because you're like, why don't you crack a real smile? See, once you notice something from someone, it was true. Because we talked about it, like, yeah, I've always been a fake smiler and that, People say, oh, just smile, look pretty, and now fake it till you make it. So that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. Women don't have to do that. You live in a man's world. You have to fake nothing. You can be realistic, you always get shit. Like all the time. It doesn't matter if you're unattractive, fat, or have issues. There's always someone that's gonna like you. Being serious, that's with both genders. There's ugly ass fucking dudes out there that still get monster amount of attention. Why? Do they have money and they're in really good shape? Being pretty is a torture because you can't get rid of beauty. I'm 33, we'll be 34 in like 6 months. With the lighting that I have on my face, I look like I'm fucking 20. Like in my early 20s. And for my physique and that, looks like I'm in good shape. Well, I technically am. I got some pudge. I always have the pudge. Pudge ain't gonna stop. But it's just the fakery that people know. It's like you say, oh, your teeth are so white. No, that's just the lighting. The lighting reflects off my teeth and it makes it shine better on the camera. Like my skin tone, that obviously, you know, see, I look bulky in that. Like my stomach, see, blah, blah, blah. Oh, there we go. Oh, God. Yeah. The best fart ever. Woo, doggy. That smells like a pile of shit.
What time do you have to be at work tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't work tomorrow necessarily, but I might pick up someone's shift. I might. Probably not, but... Woo, doggy. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I like to flirt with everybody. Flirt with all the girls. I don't know which one's gonna stick. There was this gorgeous girl that came in that. She's beautiful as hell. Blonde hair, blue eyes, fat little boobs, skinny as fuck, nice legs, round butt, whatever it is. She was sitting in a seat, so I was like, I couldn't really tell, but you can look at the hips and be able to tell a little bit. Gorgeous smile. I was like, damn, you're very, like, it's like you're killing it. You got like the perfect of all perfect. Surprisingly, her looks didn't really do nothing. As in, like, I'm just like, yeah, I've seen it before. So I flirted with her, said some stuff in that. And guess what? She was smiling at me, and she was, you know, enjoying it. Which means that she's been with a couple of dudes, which means she has experience. You know, there's carefree guys like myself. They're just carefree. To make someone happy is really nice. Honestly, that makes the best kind of relationship. So that's basically what it is. I like making people happy. And the idea of that is what brings people in closer. Okay, I'm going to take a dump. What do you want, Liza? with a massive muscle pain rush. Holy shit, that shit hurts. I just felt it upstairs. My back's starting aching. My chest is hurting right now. Back's fucking hurting. My legs are hurting. I'm about to eat these eggs. I'm about to eat some chicken. I'm gonna go to fucking bed. Oh. I'll watch some boxo.
Llamas and I are among the few people who managed to survive the destruction. Both of our parents ended up dying. Llamas had her blessing then, but she was too scared to act. That's why to this day...
And I'm really tired today. Try to drink and eat as much protein as I can. Oh, I gotta eat these eggs. We got eggs, black olives, and bell pepper. The actual bell pepper, not the sliced ones. Oh. These little things, oh, they're so good.
Always hits the spot. Is that why you want to see me? What about? Am I not allowed to have a favorite? Catch you later, Boxo. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Your scarf is a really pretty color.
Yeah, I'm partial to red myself. Be a gentleman and help her carry her things. You're right. If you don't mind.
Thank you so much. You're too nice. Here I am again. I even made sure to dress up in your favorite color. And yet all I can do is watch as you walk away.
All right.
Oh.
What's going on? Awesome. Isn't that some kind of vegetable? Are you saying you want me to take it?
Hello there.
I ain't gonna lie, bell peppers hit the spot. Oh god. Like an orgasm in my mouth. I love bell peppers.
What's this?
Soup stock made from flying fish.
What am I supposed to do with this? I don't get it. Do you want me to stew all of these ingredients together?
Hello there.
Thank you so much. This all finally catches attention.
She's super cute. Boxo, love is the best. Every day seems to sparkle. Oh yeah, get this. She cooked me dinner again. It was so unbelievably good. What's this now, Boxo? Are you giving me one on the house to celebrate? It's time!
That's what you eat for breakfast.
Hey, Boxo! Hi!
Hello there.
It's pretty warm today. Why don't we get something cold and fluffy? Oh yeah, we're gonna be setting out tomorrow, okay?
Hello there.
That's right. Time sure flies fast. You'll be traveling with the menagerie of fools. Uh-huh. They said something about checking on the crocodile feeds. Crocodile feeds, huh? They're one of the 3 big monster factions that inhabit the Clearflow Lake storm. We defeated the frog fiends and the 2-headed snakes, so all we have to do is make sure the crocodile fiends don't multiply. It's just going to be a scouting mission. It's dangerous to let their population grow unchecked. The king frog fiend popped up, as well as a giant turret snake. I can't help but feel something strange is going on in this travel. Promise me, you'll run away if things get too dicey.
matter what happens, I'll keep you on a safe.
Our guests are on.
Thanks for waiting, everyone. It's Lomas and Maxo. Again.
Shiro, welcome, Saki. Both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, Lomas! Maxo! You be careful out there.
We will.
Right? Time to head out. You two can get on if you like.
No thanks. I'll walk if you don't mind. It'll be helpful for my training.
All right. That just means there's more room for me.
Wait, you're coming too here?
Why not? It's an ecology survey. You'll need someone who actually knows what they're doing. Plus, Director Bear practically begged me.
Did she keep it a secret so she could surprise us? Well, everything should work out fine with the menagerie of foods here.
This weather's pretty nice. I'm being honest, I'm not the kind of guy who'd spend his whole life cooped up in a town. I'll waste away if I don't take a breather outside now.
Hello there.
Is anyone else ready for a little break? I'm starving right now. Thanks for that.
Don't mention
Well, I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. Maybe I could throw some rocks.
Not a bad idea. That's a good way of putting her absurd strength to use.
Bonus. Isn't this one of those bubbly drinks from Boxo? But the bottle is a lot harder than usual.
Don't you think he's telling you to throw it?
Oh, you're right.
Wow, that got some serious distance, didn't it?
I can't believe we get to eat all this yummy stuff out on a campaign. Way better than food rations.
We have Boxo to thank for that. As long as he's here, we won't need to worry about running out of food.
Hooray! We don't have to catch monsters and roast them whole anymore! Yeah, thank goodness! I'm so happy I could cry!
All right, then. Excuse me.
Careful.
Do you have some sort of new function you want to show us, Boxo?
Hello there.
Looks like there's something new on your side there. Not to mention a strange hole chair. What's the hole in the middle for?
This bag fits perfectly into the hole in the chair.
All that's left is to figure out this scenario. So we have a tent that's just big enough for one person, and a chair with a hole that perfectly fits a bag. Wait a second. Is this a toilet?
A toilet.
Ding ding! It's a simple toilet installed on the sides of vending machines to help with disaster management.
I get it. With this setup, nobody can see you. And once you're done, you can cleanly dispose of the bag. What a clever idea. Am I right, Boxo?
Hello there.
How convenient.
Ain't I a genius? If I hadn't convinced Boxo to come with us, we wouldn't have had all these conveniences. Go! Tell me how wonderful I am.
You don't get to steal Boxo's credit, and frankly, it's disgusting you'd even consider it.
Okay.
We're monster territory now, so you guys better stay on guard for any danger.
You should keep watch too, Captain.
No thanks.
Maybe we should focus on the sheer.
Silly.
He deserves it.
Could you come down, Captain? We'd like to discuss our plans for how to proceed.
Yeah, what's this? Hey, Aka, shoot. You scout me out.
Huh? All right, we'll get going. He wants them to handle recon. By all appearances, they look to be more like the life of the party than responsible party members. Guess that goes to show you shouldn't judge people by how they look.
Might as well kick our feet back while we wait for it. Boxo got me tasty snacks.
I'd like some sweet tea, please.
Hello there.
We're back, boss.
Miss us?
Work, you two. Take a break, then let's hear your report.
Yes, sir. Let's see. I think it was about 2 hours northeast of here. That's exactly right, Shiro. We found a small marsh with nearly 30 of them splashing around.
Hurry. How big groups of these things do we get?
We numbered from 10 to 50 at the most. But I'd say
30 makes it an average. How tall would you say they were?
Pretty thick. Their hind legs, maybe about as tall as us. Yeah, take a bit.
That's solid, actually. But they're giant roots and stuff.
I thought the crocodile fans were the most vicious of the three major monster factions. If the frog thing population's been increasing lately, wouldn't they be happy since it means they can more peacefully fill their bones?
That's because of the king frog community. In addition to being absurdly powerful in battle, they're also exceptional leaders. Small groups and lone wolves alike tend to gather together.
No wonder they have this careful.
If it's not a big group, I don't see why we can't just leave it be.
Captain, need I remind you of their enemies? What do you think they'll do to satisfy their enemy?
Like, humans, huh? Still, the purpose of this mission was to gather information. We shouldn't go out of our way to kill them.
But crocodile-themed material is fetch a high price. Now's our chance while they're all starving and weak.
But what is Captain completely changes whenever money's involved? She's usually so level-headed. I didn't know Vice Captain Philomena was that kind of person. Great, just look at the captain. I bet they're always short.
Find that logo, put them down. We'll launch our attack in the middle of the night.
Actually, I'd advise against that. Crocodile foods are nocturnal. They're more ferocious than sea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The same thing.
All right, then. I want everyone to get plenty of rest tonight and then move out in the morning. I'm counting on all of you.
Yeah!
Guidance friends will have nothing to do. Thomas, don't do anything risky. You. Things get bad. Protect Thomas.
Hello there.
Hello there.
You got my bag? Thank you.
I wish I could do more to assist you during the fight. I've been racking my brain for this. What's up, Boxo? You changed up the way you do it.
Whoa, it's cold.
You mean this is
Yeah, I'm watching it again because I like it a lot. Yeah.
It's nice.
I think he's telling us to use it in the crocodile land.
Hello there.
A little box up.
We have to be able to dispense a ton of ice at once.
Hello there.
That's good to hear. Tomorrow's battle is going to be interesting.
You could even win a reward.
Yulami, you're not making sense. Tell me so I understand too.
Captain! The crocodile thieves have finally come ashore. They were shivering like they were cold.
Excellent. Seems everything's going according to plan. And now, we'll need a way to obstruct it so we can get closer without being noticed.
Covering the whole marsh with fog magic will be too hard.
Well, if that's good, we can try slaying them with the force. What's going on, Boxo?
That's what kind of shape is this?
What's that? It's too cloudy to be ice. Are you making a new type of hardened snow?
Too bad.
Captain, I think maybe he's trying to say don't touch that.
Perhaps it's dangerous to touch it without protection.
Hello there.
Oh, thanks. Look at that! This stuff's creating a bunch of fog!
You're just full of surprises, aren't you? If we combine this with light magic, we can obscure the entire area with fog.
It's a really clever idea. I knew I picked the right magic item for this job.
We truly still credit again, Captain. Honestly, stop here and hoping any of us are leaders.
Just go and pick them out one by one like we discussed last night. Your useless captain's gonna sit here and help himself to sweet tea while you deal with the crocodile thieves.
Well, I kind of want to go too. Boxo has to stay and keep dumping that stuff to keep the fog going. You guys be okay without me?
Hello there.
Of course, we'll both be fine. I'm actually more worried about you out there.
Got it. See ya. We'll be back before you know it.
Bye! Well, everyone in the menagerie of fools is an experienced hunter, so I highly doubt they'll do anything too ridiculous. This works out. I wanted to talk to you for a bit.
Hello there.
As As I said before, Director Bear asked me to come along with you guys. But my mission's different. He wanted me to try to figure out why things have started to go awry in the Fearflow Lake Stream. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but in each stratum there exists a being full of wood. They appear only on rare occasions. Nobody knows what triggers it. Years or even decades can pass between seconds.
It must be the dungeon box. Kind of like the ones you see in the video game.
Anyway, it seems the director thinks these disturbances may be caused by the Lord's revival.
Hello there.
Did you know there's a rumor that if you manage to defeat the Lord, you'll be bestowed with an incredible treasure? Well, even if it is true, there's no way you can take down the Lord with strap. What's going on? No way. Are you kidding me? The Lord's actually here? Damn it! Looks like there's even stratum split.
What does that mean? I've never heard that phrase, but I can tell right away it's something really bad.
Where's Vomit?
It's in the back now! Julie! Grab hold of my hand!
But what about Bonzo? I'm not gonna leave him behind. Bonzo, what are you doing?
Sorry, buddy. Come back for you, I promise!
Get your damn hands off of me. Bonzo!
I look forward to serving you again. Okay. Born Shade! Come on there. Come on there. Come on there. Raise durability by 100 to 200. Raise toughness by 30 to 50. Though it might not be enough to make a difference.
Points reduced by 1,000.
1,000? If I get hit with an attack stronger than the barrier, it loses up a ton of points. If that thing hit me directly, I would have been turned into scrap. That's all the more reason I can't let this big guy go after the others. I'll use the barrier to expel these fried chicken bugs. Great, seems advisable. In that case, eat on up. I'll feed you until you explode! Come on there. I'm alive. This has to be its stomach. Whoa, my points are dropping like crazy! That means I don't have much time. I better get to work. I'll create as much chaos as possible. Barrier injection time! Look at those babies fly! I'll give your stomach a good cleansing. Oh, I guess that means it's working. Too bad for only giving a stomach ache. I can't finish it off like that. Let's try one of those old gas vending machines you'd sometimes see around Fort Ends. I've got an idea that might work. First, I'll fill up the barrier with gas. Then, when the pressure's built up, I'll let it escape all at once. I need to make a fire. I'll change it to a model that has the ability to warm up frozen food. Then restock an item directly into my internal microwave. But I've never tried to do something like that before. I'm not even sure I can actually pull it off. This vending machine is my body now. I've had months to get used to it. I can do this. No, I have to do this. Yes, I'll do the same thing with a towel and a newspaper. And now the forbidden step. Heating up a metal can in a microwave. Finally! I'll use the barrier to toss these items out into the gas. I look forward to your next use. Hold on. These bones kind of look like they belong to that thing. This coin. Could it be the incredible treasure Hughley was talking about? I might as well take it then. Oh crap! Wait a minute. Is this that stratum split thing? Oh, this is bad. Please, someone with a blessing of might, save me! I mean, you don't have to have a blessing. I'll think anyone's strong enough to carry around a vending machine. As I plunged into the darkness, an image came to my mind. The scene of Linus crying.
Well, I'm going to bed because I'm fucking tired as fuck. Yep, I'm gonna be getting off. I am super fucking tired, and my muscles fucking ache like a bitch. I gotta eat like 80 grams of protein. I'm already gonna get some water. I'm gonna fucking crash. I'm tired. The last 2 days I worked out. Last 3 days I worked out really fucking damn hard. And